I want to thank as well Chairman Schatz for agreeing to loan me his gavel for today's important hearing. He sounded like I was doing him a favor, but in fact he has honored me by giving me an opportunity to chair what is a very important hearing to the state of Colorado and to the entire Southwest. Senator Heinrich has joined me, and he and I called for this hearing earlier in the year because we felt it would be a perfect opportunity to bring our colleagues and the shareholders, stakeholders of all stripes together to work collaboratively on a path forward. As Westerners and as avid outdoorsmen, the importance of water to our way of life was impressed upon us at a very early age, and much of our careers in public office have focused on solutions to our water challenges. I again want to thank Chairman Schatz, and I appreciate his leadership on the Water and Power Subcommittee and his willingness to give us time to discuss a topic that's absolutely critical to our future. As Senator Lee knows as well, the water has literally shaped the West. It carved Colorado from red rock, and it shaped landmarks from the Rocky Mountains to the Gulf of California. Water has etched green and fertile valleys into the desert and sustained generations of Americans in the Southwest. Water is literally what makes the West as we know it possible, from our ski resorts in places like Vail and Powderhorn to cities like Gunnison and Grand Junction, to farmers in Utah, Arizona, and California. To understand the role that water has played in the West is to grasp the whole of modern Western history. And the saying, whiskey is for drinking, water is for fighting. Out west, the most important source of water we have is the mighty Colorado, which brings us to today's hearing on the Bureau of Reclamation's Colorado River Basin Supply and Demand Study. We have an impressive list of witnesses, two of them hailing from my home state of Colorado. I want to welcome all of them to the committee, and I look forward to hearing from all of you in just a few minutes. Former Colorado Congressman Wayne Aspinall used to say, "In the West, when you touch water, you touch everything." This is certainly the case for the Colorado River Basin. The Colorado River and its tributaries span parts of 7 states and provide water to nearly 40 million people for municipal use and irrigate nearly 5.5 million acres of land. The Colorado River sustains at least 22 federally recognized tribes, 7 national wildlife refuges, 4 national recreation areas, 11 national parks, and countless ecosystems and fish and wildlife species. This enormous demand, coupled with climate change and population growth, pose serious challenges for the Colorado River, our economy, and our way of life. In order to meet these challenges, it is important for us first to acknowledge that current management and use of the river is unsustainable. Why do I say that? When you look at the current long-term projections for supply and demand, demand is expected to outpace supply by 3.2 million acre-feet by 2060, or enough water to supply 3.2 million homes. And rising temperatures and ongoing drought are only exacerbating the pressure on the Colorado. Insufficient rainfall and snowpack have led to dwindling reservoir levels, leaving water managers with really difficult decisions about how to meet the water needs of cities, farmers, and endangered species. The United States Bureau of Reclamation forecasted below-average river flows for 2013, as has been the case for 10 of the last 13 years. In my friend Senator Heinrich's home state of New Mexico, several communities over the last several weeks have literally run out of water due to the drought. At some point soon, there will not be enough water to meet the demands of the almost 40 million people who depend on the Colorado River Basin for drinking water, agriculture, energy, hydropower, recreation, and ecosystem and wildlife values. But as a Westerner, I think Senator Lee and Senator Heinrich would join me in saying this, I'm an eternal optimist, and we still have time to reverse this trend. Thanks in large part to the Bureau of Rec's study, we've been presented with promising strategies that will help to overcome our current challenges as well as our more serious challenges in the future. These strategies, which include reducing demand through innovation, conservation, and better management of supply, will help us prepare for the future and reduce the river basin's vulnerabilities. In the near term, we need to, and I think we must, focus on conservation activities and water reuse and recycling. In short, we need to make every drop count. This study has been referred to as a call to action by many, and rightfully so. It is time to act. There will, of course, be trade-offs as we continue to engage all stakeholders on the best way forward, but this study and the procedure it puts forward will get the process rolling to make decisions. It's my hope that today's hearing will support that process and focus us on the necessary next steps. So I thank you for your attention. I thank the panel for being here. I want to turn to my colleague, Senator Heinrich, for any opening remarks he would like to make.